Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And as South Africa slowly moves back to the dark ages, pre-1652 type of environment, they are bringing out laws that kind of cement this path that they're taking. It's very, very sad. There are 5 new laws that South Africa is looking to introduce very, very shortly. The Department of Justice and Correctional Services plan to revive and introduce a number of bills into Parliament this financial year. Presenting his departmental budget speech on Tuesday the 23rd of July, Justice Minister Ronald Lamola said that this would include the long-awaited introduction of the Hate Speech Bill and the Cybercrimes Bill. Let's have a look at those bills. What is the Cybercrimes Bill? Well, it seeks to create offences which have a bearing on cybercrime, I can understand that. Criminalise the distribution of data messages which are harmful and to provide for interim protection orders. Now, that's a bit of a grey area because that's all based on perspective. Impose obligations to report cybercrimes. I can understand that. Provide that the executive may enter into agreements with foreign states to promote measures aimed at the detection, prevention, mitigation, and investigation of cybercrimes, amongst other matters. So what they're talking about there is basically spreading their wings and trying to bring the law into force in other countries, like Australia. Well, good luck with that one. While the majority of the bill focuses on criminalising the theft and interference of data, it has also introduced new laws surrounding any malicious electronic communication. Concerns have previously been raised about the vagueness of these messaging rules, especially because of the steep consequences attached to them. Notably, any person who contravenes one of the following provisions is liable on conviction to a fine or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 3 years, or to both a fine and imprisonment. A message which incites damage to property or violence. A message which threatens persons with damage or to property or violence. A message which unlawfully contains an intimate image. So that's the cybercrimes law that's been brought in. The Land Court Bill. Lamola said the new Land Court Bill is aimed at promoting land justice and the democratization of land ownership. We're talking about the expropriation of land without compensation, which is going to completely destroy the South African economy. Through this bill, we aim to address some of the challenges that have been experienced with the current land claims court dispensation, he said. The bill will likely tie into government's push towards land expropriation without compensation. However, it is not clear how it will change the current land claims court process. The Child Justice Amendment Bill. The primary objective of the new bill is to increase the minimum age of criminal capacity of children from 10 years to 12 years and to remove the requirement to prove criminal capacity for purposes of diversion and preliminary inquiries. A diversion program is a form of sentence in which the criminal offender joins a rehabilitation program which will help remedy the behavior leading to the original arrest and avoid conviction and a criminal record. Well, my understanding is that when a young teenager gets sent to prison or one of these rehabilitation centers, they actually learn the tricks of the trade as to when it comes to theft or crime, because they're working or they're in close proximity to other criminals who teach them. So they actually become worse when they come out. They don't get rehabilitated. Now this is a one that's really concerning. It's called the Prevention and Combating of Hate Crimes and Hate Speech Bill. Under the new law, hate speech will be defined as a clear intention to be harmful or to incite harm or promote or propagate hatred on the basis of these characteristics: age, albinism, birth, colour, culture, disability, ethnic or social origin, gender or gender identity, HIV status, language, nationality, migrant or refugee status, race, religion, sex, which includes intersex or sexual orientation. The bill also includes a section of scenarios where the hate speech rules will not apply. This is where it becomes really, really disturbing. The section states that the offence of hate speech does not apply in respect terms of the above characteristics if it is done in good faith in the course of engagement in. This is the one that got Malema off the hook, remember, at the South African Human Rights Commission, where the South African Human Rights Commissioner said, well, that was creative talk when he was talking about kill the Boer and all this sort of stuff, you know. It wasn't hate speech. No. And all the stuff about take the land. Look at all the land grabs going on right now. That's as a direct result of the rhetoric espoused by Julius Malema and his cohorts. And, of course, Andile Nixitama, who's become totally irrelevant today. Anyway, these are the exceptions to hate speech. Any bona fide artistic creativity, performance, or other form of expression, to the extent that such creativity, performance, or expression does not advocate hatred that constitutes incitement to cause harm. Any academic or scientific inquiry, fair and accurate reporting or commentary in the public interest or in the publication of any information, commentary, advertisement, or notice in accordance with Section 16(1) of the Constitution. The bona fide interpretation and proselytizing or espousing of any religious tenet, belief, teaching, doctrine, or writings to the extent that such interpretation and proselytization does not advocate hatred that constitutes incitement to cause harm. Now, of course, that particular bill, really the definition is very vague, and this is an area that everybody who publishes in South Africa should be very, very worried about, because it's actually a form of censorship. That's what the government's bringing in. They hate it when YouTube or Facebook or other social media come out with videos targeting and attacking the crap that goes on within this ANC government. So this is a clear and blatant attempt to try and silence those voices. And let me tell you right now, they're not going to silence his voice. I'm going to keep on telling it as it is, and it's business as usual. Let's have a look at the final one, the Traditional Courts Bill. And this is an extraordinary bill. It is just showing that South Africa is moving back to the Dark Ages. The Traditional Courts Bill promises to shake up South Africa's customary law by giving more power to traditional leaders in proceedings. It also seeks to align traditional courts with the Constitution on such issues as dignity, equality, sexism, and LGBTI rights. The bill has faced controversy as it does not contain an opt-out provision, meaning a party cannot opt out of proceedings being held in a traditional court in favour of having the matter dealt with by the civil or criminal courts. Some have also questioned whether the bill is a political ploy by the government to curry favour with traditional leaders. Well, it's a hugely backward step, but that's what's happening right across South Africa. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, ring the bell for updates, and have a great evening. Bye for now.